Just carving here, making space, creating space here. Gorgeous. Reiki with Anna. Hello and welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about listening to spirit. If you're new here, I am a Reiki Master practitioner. I also love ASMR, and I'm honored to create these video sessions for the collective here. So let's go on ahead and begin. I'm going to start by using my selenite wand. Just doing a little bit of a light clearing, just to arrive here together. These wands were charged in the full moon, so they feel particularly potent, and I hope that you can feel it. So starting here at your crown and moving down. If you want to take a few deep rejuvenating breaths, that would be a great time to do it. Just kind of open up any spaces that you can. Inhale and just invite in a sense of openness. And as you exhale, get rid of anything that feels heavy. Release anything that feels stuck, so that you can invite in a sense of lightness. Breathe together here. Release in any way that you can. Thank you so much for your lovely comments lately. I love connecting with all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. This is a nice way with these selenite wands, just to kind of clear the day, clear anything that you might be bringing into this session. It's a nice way to kind of give yourself permission to arrive, to show up for yourself. That maybe conversation that you're playing over in your head, that interaction you had, that thing you keep forgetting to do. We can try our best to leave that at the door. this space right here that we create together. This is free of any of that. This space, here and now. All you have to do is just relax. Just relax. Moving down through your aura, down through your energy body, clearing and cleansing, clearing and cleansing, and then back up top. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Coming around the sides. Like that. Just clearing anything here. And now on the other side. And here, straight through, down your face, moving through the mental plane, the third eye chakra, and the throat, clearing and cleansing, opening up space and freedom for you to relax, relax, relax. Gorgeous. I'm going to light some incense and we're going to move through your aura. First. Using the smoke to clear and cleanse. This is a sandalwood incense. So this connection to spirit, this listening, it's an acute, intuitive kind of communication, and it does take practice. So I think that it can be really helpful to sort of like building any muscle. Start to strengthen our intuitive muscle by engaging in some healthy practices. I think it's really important regularly attune with the energy of the third eye, because I think it can have a powerful impact on the way that we receive messages. There are some practices that we can engage in on a regular basis that can really help to flex these muscles and build strength. One such practice is free writing. When we're free writing, messages come to us, and the more we do it, the more freely those messages can float in. It's helpful before a free write, I find, to set some sort of intention. So if you have a question about something going on in your life, if there's something you're struggling with or trying to make a decision about, then you could set an intention to receive a message on behalf of your highest, wisest self in loving comfort and perfect balance regarding that. To receive a benevolent message from your guides, from spirit. And that way, you can then look through it afterwards, read through what you've written, and decipher the meanings. Now, when we're talking about intuition, we obviously have to talk about that self-doubt, the nagging self-doubt, and this idea of, did I plant that or did it come to me, right? It's a big question. I think if it arrives, it's there for a reason. When we start to question or doubt things, sometimes that's there for a reason as well, to say, I can learn something by moving through the contradiction here, the contrary perspective, if that makes sense. But I think the more that you trust your intuition, you trust the voices that you're hearing, you trust the information that's coming in, the more easily it will flow. So setting an intention, having sort of a sacred journal for that can be helpful. Sacred utensil for writing, and not using that as kind of a to-do list checkbook if you are able to have designated spaces, but rather really set an intentional space for that, or write in typing in a specific file or something on a specific note page or whatever it might be, just so you have this kind of sacred dedicated space for this particular purpose. I think that can be really helpful. Things like dowsing, which is just basically intuitively connecting with simple yes or no questions to help us really connect with our intuition, and also what we already know, the things we already know, and also to connect with decision making. So that can be really helpful. Dowsing can be done by placing your finger on either side together, almost like you're making a little owl mask, and then switching your hands and linking them like a chain. And you don't want to hold them so tight, but you don't want to have them be too loose. Stand with your legs, your feet, hip width apart, hip width, hip width, hip width apart. Ask a yes or no question, and if the answer is yes, you can intend for that to be open, that your fingers open and let them pass through. And if the answer is no, you can intend for your fingers to remain closed. So you can say, and I'll ask myself a question, show you. Well, that was a good one. But it's also a secret. But that can be a nice way of kind of getting in touch with your intuition, just starting to play around with that. You can do it with moving your body backwards and forwards. There are tons of ways we can play around with dowsing, and you can use pendulums, asking questions and getting in touch with your intuition. But we can talk about that in another video. I had mentioned maybe doing a video on working with pendulums and different kind of esoteric tools. So do let me know if that's something that you're interested in. Or if maybe you all know all of this, but just let me know if you would like a video on that. But you can also begin to, let's say, set some imagery as part of your intuitive kind of gaze. Great Spirit, show me an owl today, or Great Spirit, show me a red car, or Great Spirit, show me blue matchbook or something. Just connecting to this, and this way we can really start to practice opening ourselves up to the mysteries of this great world and beyond, and always setting our intention to only accept that which is in service of our highest self, and we can ask for comfort and support within it. So setting intentions can be really important when we're working in this way. Vital, I think, when we're working with spirit guides. But as we do this, then connecting more deeply with nature can be incredibly impactful in this way. Going on a hike, I really like going on hikes and connecting with trees, placing my hands on trees and doing some kind of Reiki attunement with trees. I find that really powerful, kind of like an energy circle, very clearing and powerful. But sitting in the middle of a forest or going to the ocean, or in whatever way you're able to connect with nature, we're not all so lucky, and I know that. But if there is a way in which you are able to connect more fully with nature, going to a park, if there's just any nature that you can connect with, looking at the sky, however you can connect with nature given your circumstance, that can be incredibly powerful for opening up to spirit. Beautiful. I'm going to draw the symbols outside of your heart center here. and connecting with gratitude. Connecting with gratitude. Can be so powerful. It can help align us and invite a sense of openness, opening. Try to connect with 3 things that you feel grateful for, okay, my dear? 3 things. Whatever feels wholly resonant with you, you can think on it, but really try to connect with 3 things for which you are grateful. Sometimes I try to connect with those things, and this practice is a practice. It doesn't feel great all the time, because a lot of the times we have to connect with this when we're not feeling very aligned, right? So connecting with gratitude, sometimes it's helpful to, when you're feeling low vibrational energy, which is not very open to spirit, it's not very open, it's not very connected. So if you're feeling low vibrational energy, no shame in that. We all feel that, and that's very common. But, if we're in that space, a quick way to raise our vibrations is simply the act of trying to think of something that we're grateful for. You don't have to arrive at anything even. It's just the act of trying. There have been studies that have been done on the impact that just the act of trying to come up with something that we're grateful for, and how that affects our ability to regulate our mood, our all kinds of things. I talked about it in our video about gratitude here. But anyway, so trying to align, and when I try to do that, sometimes I even challenge myself in those moments where I'm not feeling as aligned to, in that space, work on it and practice it and kind of flex that muscle enough to where in that moment I can even bring a smile to my face and warmth, that feeling of warmth, thinking of something for which I am grateful. A loved one, and maybe if you're not, maybe that loved one is something to do with what you're struggling with, or who knows. Just using examples, this isn't anything specific, but if you can remember, moments with that, like making it as specific as possible, laughing with that individual, or who knows, when they're there for you, whatever it might be, connecting with gratitude can be a really powerful way to open yourself up to these messages. Gorgeous. Keeping spiritually aligned stones. This amethyst is a great example. Amethyst is such a powerful stone, and this one in particular I love to use for its really aligning powers. So we're going to move this through, combing upward here. Just opening up this beautiful channel for you to receive this information from Spirit. Open channel, you're an open vessel to receive this information. And as you practice these things, if you're new to this, don't beat yourself up if you are kind of doubting, or was that me, or whatever, if you start to receive messages, you might start to hear a voice in you know, that feels a little bit different than just your thoughts. You might start to hear that intuitive side, or some kind of connection that feels a little bit different. And don't feel ashamed if you're questioning this. Just don't feel ashamed about it. Just open to the possibility that it might be a spirit, it might be your intuition, and just be patient if you can. Just know that we've all been on the path, and we're all on different phases and stages. Just send yourself love and care. Self-love can help us resonate more fully with love of others, which can strengthen our love of the oneness, love of the universe, that universal connected love. Gorgeous. So I'm going to take this little piece of pineapple quartz, and I'm just going to move through the mental plane here. Just carving through any blockages that you might be feeling, encountering, that are preventing you from resonating with spirit, that are preventing you from opening up and hearing these beautiful messages. Just carving here, making space, creating space here. Gorgeous. Lovely. Now I'm going to use this to draw the activation symbol outside of each of your chakras. And this is sage and tea tree, and a little bit of lavender. So if you start to have more vivid dreams, make a note. Making note of our dreams can be another powerful practice for connecting with spirit. Writing down your dreams. Keep a notebook next to my bed. It's there for not only making notations about dreams, but also if I wake up in the middle of the night and any inundated with thoughts, or if I have an idea and I'm really excited about it, just jot that down. And that can be really helpful just as a brain dump. Just kind of, as unappealing as that sounds, just dumping anything that's kind of stuck up in here. Just so you can release it. So you don't have to hold tight to it, just releasing. It doesn't have to be ideas. It can be, oh, I forgot to do this or that, whatever it might be. Release. Help yourself out so that you can release. Okay. I'm going to move through with some kambaba and this rose quartz. Supportive, loving stones. Inviting in flow, movement. In our practice, we learn that movement is an indication of health, a healthy aura, a healthy energy body, a healthy physical body. And stagnation, anything that is stuck or held, is an indication of a lack of health, of an area that needs support, that needs healing to get things flowing again. We need that movement, so these are here to encourage that beautiful flow here. Gorgeous. And now I'd like to place these in the palms of your hands, just to invite that flow in through your arm and then out through your other. Inviting this in, flowing up and around, and then out through your other hands. So just open your palms for me now. There we go, and yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Lovely. I would now like to invite in this owl rattle to thicken up your aura, to invite in this beautiful, thick, protected energy field all around you. You are safe to receive these messages. You are safe to receive, to be guided. You are safe and protected. Lovely. You are divine. You are connected. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative, and you are emotionally balanced. You are safe. You are safe. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or night. Let me know if you practiced any of these and how you're feeling, if you're feeling more connected in the upcoming weeks and months. I'd love to hear if you're opening up, if you're experiencing more messages flowing in. I encourage you to light your candle and set your intention to receive these messages. Okay? Alright. Until I see you again, be so well. You're just making sure that your little friend is receiving the kind of care and attention that they need. And so, you can already start to kind of do some hands-on healing.